I got on my diet. I am 8%. Going at 10 again because they adjusted it, but I guess before we go into that, um, I can only confirm my times. I can't really confirm the other times, but so let's read them out, right? I want to thank this person called Weedy. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but all the growth times either from Alcord itself or from Assumption. So I can confirm like the Stago 3 hours 57 minutes because I did that. Then out 3 hours and 8 minutes. I did that. Carno unpacking. But the rest I can't confirm or deny, but I'm just gonna assume these are legit. And as you can see, some playables did not get touched like Carno, Serato, Dilo. I am not sure about Terra. I don't play Terra. I don't know the timing between Terra. So I'm not gonna put my input in that. But now I'm starting to realize the people who were like don't listen to the people that say the sky is falling. I didn't even notice the added growth times to my dinosaur because I grew X. And I'm starting to think they grew like a creature did not get touched. I saw this message from one of the QAs. One of the QA members responded, Stego being 4 hours and Carno being 2 checks out if they got the 1-on-1 diet. And before I go on, the 1-on-1 diet, what they're referring is when you have protein, carbs, and lipids. So what I like to refer to the growth diet. Though carnivores weren't balanced around the 1-on-1 diet. Instead, they are assumed to be limited to 2 to 1, 0. So that means they either have like 2 proteins, 1 carbs, or a variation of that. Yeah, so those times were actually legit. They weren't bugged. They were legit. I'm still astonished to like how like the devs greenlighted this and thought this was like a decent change. Like I am just astonished. Like who in the right mind thought that Packy and Carno should like grow at the same time? And like for the people who are like, oh well, you chose to grow in the bush. That is your decision if you choose not to move around the map. A lot of these playables have like an awkward phase. For example, like Packy. Prime sub Packy runs like a bit faster than Omni or equal to Omni or a bit faster, right? But as soon as it starts morphing to its adult phase, it gets like these what I like to refer awkward phase where it starts gaining weight, but it also starts slowing down. So there's like a point where you're like way slower than an Omni, but it still pins you and you can't defend yourself. That's what I refer to as awkward phase, where you can either run or defend yourself from various targets. And like anybody with like a rational mind would know that, hey, I'm not gonna suffer through that. If I get found by this, I'm just gonna die. So there's no point. I'm just gonna hide in the bush or on a rock. And I'm not asking for them to balance that. That's what survival games are. Like, there's some encounters you should not be able to live, or have a barely minimum chance to live if you get lucky. But yeah, probably no more than 20 minutes for them to get over it. It's like for these 20 minutes, I am very vulnerable. I'm just gonna hide for a bit, and then I'll just come out again after that. But now, with like extended growth times, it just became maybe in an hour. Like, oh yeah, for this like a whole entire hour, I'm gonna be like very vulnerable to this creature, and if it finds me, I'm just dead. It seems like the IO devs listen, but I'm just gonna read the announcement Felipe made. He's like, we're deploying a small patch with a horde testing branch. Adjusted all basic attack cooldown, so that means they probably got rid of that 1-second cooldown. Adjusted grows for Tenno, Stago, and Dryo. And then I guess the other ones really don't matter. It's just fixes to the server. So I read what someone asked about Stago. They basically increased its growth extra 2 hours for the adult stage, if not mistaken. That's the only creatures they adjusted. So that means the other ones still, like most of the other carnivores, still grow pretty quick. And when I mean most other carnivores, I just mean Carno, Serato, Dilo. But I still find it strange that they adjusted Herrera and Omni out of all creatures, the tiny creatures. They made him like they kind of made him like insignificant. Like, why grow an Omni in 10 more minutes you get a fucking Serato? Like, it's a little bit over like twice its HP, which to me like makes no sense to me. Same with Omni, like an extra 15 minutes you get a fucking Carno. Like, to me it makes no sense. Like, what are these growth changes? Like, why are they doing this? But I guess they're taking a step forward because still, according to them, like carnivores weren't balanced around a 1-on-1, so they pretty much said we're just gonna. I guess they upped herbivores growth because they think it's too easy, and then they were like, well, Omni and her are too easy, so let's up them too. But let's keep Stego, Carno, Serato, Dilo, and Croc potentially just to Steam because they think those are too hard. I guess I don't understand. But like I said, they adjusted the growth times for Tenno, Dryo, and we know they upped the growth time for Stego. I don't know what they did to Tenno and Dryo. I guess we'll find out. I wish they touched Paki. Like, I don't understand why grow a Paki when a Cardinal you're like 3 times its size. You know, it just to me makes no sense why they just kept Paki a 2-hour creature. I'm not too sure how like these kind of changes got being lit, but you know, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Donnie kind of instilled this kind of mentality where there's a lot of people who like whatever the dev says is word and law. You know, they're like a divine deity. Like they can never do wrong. Like whatever they say, they're correct, and they don't question the devs for certain changes. And that's kind of has been in the OWL Cord pretty much. Good luck going to the OWL discussion where like the same 10 people hang in there 24/7 and having a varied opinion from the devs or any, or I guess the main guy that leads that, you know, the group in there. Good luck with that. 460. Okay, how long have I been growing this thing? 30 minutes. 30 minutes. 460. Unpinnable by Omni. Let's check my video. See when did I become this? 47 minutes. They did reduce the overall time for Tenno. That's a good step in the right direction. Why am I getting airdropped AI? I'm not a carnivore. Where is that bitch? No, it would be hilarious if there was actually another carnivore here. Like, I'd rather do this and grow exponentially quicker than have to sit in a bush because I know I'm gonna be have these awkward phases. And then have to like do that for another hour and 40 minutes to get back to the same exact spot. I kind of do hope they also make Omni take less time because like I said, some of these things honestly don't make sense to me. Like why grow an Omni for 10 more minutes? You grow fucking Adulterado, you know? But like I said, I'm glad they're listening to the feedback of like the majority of the people. 1.6, 2 hours and 36 minutes. So they basically reduce Tenno's growth by 30 minutes, 32 minutes to be more exact. But Carno still grows for 20 minutes faster. I guess they're trying to make them equal because I guess they assume Carno is gonna struggle to get its full perfect diet. This is a step in the right direction, so big applause to them. I just wish they removed like 10 more minutes, 10 to 15 more minutes, and Tenno would be good.